On today's video, I'm going to be giving you basic knowledge that you have to know when you truly want to grow spiritually as a Christian. It is very important that as Christians, we seek to grow spiritually, okay? So before growing spiritually, you need to consider these two concepts that I'm about to reveal to you. You need to consider these two things when you truly want to grow in your spiritual life. So the first concept about growing spiritually is the concept of faith. Yes, the concept of faith. You know, spiritual things are very, very difficult to believe. Okay, very difficult to believe and accept, especially when it comes to dealing with the flesh realm, dealing with what we call humanity or carnality. It's very difficult for you to accept or believe spiritual things. Many of us even walk into spiritual activities or walk into spiritual atmosphere or supernatural encounters, but we do not know whether these things are actually supernatural or spiritual things, just because it is very hard and very difficult for us to accept and understand that these things are spiritual. Yes, so when you truly want to grow spiritually, the concept of faith is very important, very basic and very important. You need to have faith when you truly want to grow spiritually. So let's look at what the scripture says according to the concept of faith when growing spiritually. So quickly, let's just take the scriptures of Hebrews chapter 11, the verse 6. The verse 6 says that, "But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and he is the rewarder of them that diligently seek him." Yes, of course. So we seeking God is actually growing spiritually. So we need to have faith so that we will be able to please God. We need to have faith so that we will be able to grow spiritually. So dealing with spiritual things actually requires your faith. You need to have faith when you truly want to grow spiritually as a Christian. Maturity in the realms of the spirit or maturity in dealing with spiritual things actually depend on your level of faith. Yes, of course. There was a time in the life of the disciples, following Jesus. They followed Jesus to an extent that they actually tried to cast out a devil or a demon from someone. And then they later came to Jesus and they were asking Jesus, they tried to cast out a demon from this person, but the demon was not able to obey them. And what Jesus Christ told them was that you guys have little faith. So it tells us that faith can actually be measured according to how Jesus replied them. Yes, faith can also be measured. So growing spiritually requires your faith. And faith is all about believing or accepting the impossible. Believing or accepting the impossible. When I tell you, oh, I had a dream, I was flying here and there, I was carried by an eagle, we were just in the atmosphere, is unbelievable. You will not believe it. But until you accept that these things are real, until you accept that this actually takes that reality, that understanding of having faith, before you'll be able to grow spiritually. So first of all, understand that spiritual things requires faith. So number two, the second concept, which is the last concept that I am revealing to you in this video, is the concept of believing and practicing. Yes, the concept of believing and practicing. After having faith, you need to believe it and you need to practice it. So growing spiritually requires that you practice the spiritual activities that are in place in our Christian life. So for you to grow in the spirit, you need to consider these powerful spiritual activities: prayer, praying in tongues, groaning in the spirit, praise, and then also worship. Yes, worship. So we have 5 things. Prayer, just personal communication with God. Number 2, praying in tongues. And then number 3, groaning in the spirit. Number 4, praise. Yes, praise. And then number 5 is worship. Yes. So considering all these things, these are the 2 concepts that will help you grow spiritually when you are a Christian. So when you truly want to be spiritually equipped in your Christian life, you want to grow spiritually, yes, consider these 2 things. That is the concept of faith. You need to have faith, and also you need to practice what you know. All right, you need to practice what you know. That is the spiritual activities I revealed to you. Take this in consideration when you truly want to grow in your Christian faith. So when you have a personal challenge, especially in your prayer life or in your worship life, in your Christian faith, you can drop that in the comment section so that I may attend to it in my next video. See you in my next video. Remember to subscribe to this channel, and God bless you.